I think you always got to think about your own life in situations like this. I mean, I wouldn't bash the Iraqi insurgency either. I don't necessarily agree with what they're doing either. And tactics that they've used, I mean, most notably al-Zakwari, I don't necessarily agree with. But on the other hand, like I said, I mean, you always got to think about your own kind of life, right? I mean, I live a pretty good life, right? I'm outside that 93% you're talking about. And, you know, in my country, we have certain values and certain differences in the United States. Like, I'm from Canada, right? And I couldn't even imagine if they invaded our country and occupied it, for that matter. Because you got to remember, invading's one thing, occupying's very, very different. Now you're imposing their ideals on your country. And when it comes to Iraq, I mean, we're talking about the cradle of civilization here. And Western values being imposed on very devout Muslims. It's a very touchy thing. And throw into the mix that your father, your daughter, your mother, your aunt, half your family, most of your family have been killed by these guys, by airstrikes. They're innocent peoples. They're not part of the insurgency. What's that going to lead you to do? Imagine you had your son, who was 8 years old, walking down the street, shot in the back by a U.S. soldier, whether it was intentionally or unintentionally. Whose side are you going to be on? Right? That's where insurgencies come from. A lot of people don't understand that. That's why I completely disagree with the way the Americans are fighting in Iraq as well. It's a social issue. You have to fight it with a different strategy. I mean, people talk about hearts and minds, things like that. Okay, yeah, that's a start. But I mean, if you're going to come in there and you're going to kill some guy's kid or some kid's dad, you are creating an insurgent there, or a terrorist, whatever you want to call it, okay? That's how it happens. So I don't disagree with what they're doing, because if they came into my country, killed someone in my family, you better believe that I would be starting or joining a resistance as well. Because, I mean, hey, in war, it's either you or them, right?